If there was one word that I would use to describe Roop, it would be life. We met around 2005 and we created an unbreakable bond. UT Southwestern has always had a special place for us. In 2008, we actually lost our firstborn. His name was Kalen. Once we found out that he was only going to live a few days, I told the nurses in the NICU I want to be by him 24/7. They did everything possible to make sure that the time that I had with my son was the most special time. When you go through something like that together, it's either going to make you stronger or it's going to break you. Roop and I made the decision that it was going to make us stronger. Roop's diagnosis in 2014 with ALS was a shock. We got our first and second diagnosis at UT Southwestern.
I served as Rupesh's pulmonologist for the last several years when ALS started to affect his respiratory muscles. ALS is a progressive disease, and ultimately patients with ALS die from respiratory failure. By March 2nd, we had reached the end stage of his care.
How we got to organ donation was that Roop was always a giver. He knew that the time was coming. He wanted to make sure that he could donate as much as possible. That was such a strong wish for him.
The way that the team came together in this instance was exceptional. And at the center of it, you saw our nurses.
The amount of compassion and caring that they showed, they would wait there while Roop communicated with his eyes one letter at a time.
I absolutely loved being able to just sit and talk with the two of them and just get the stories of their life and just be able to help him and hope that he has the best final days.
Each individual that we interacted with and the boys interacted with made it a point that they were caring as much as all of us did.
Our nurses here at UT Southwestern are at the bedside around the clock, and so they are so quick to say, we actually have a child life specialist here who can help provide support. So I talked with Ronan and Keaton after Shaban and Roop had told them tomorrow that the family was going to partake in organ donation and was able to answer a lot of their questions.
I got a call from the manager of the MICU wanting to make sure that we had the right tools and everything for the boys to understand what was going on. Luckily, I was able to connect the manager of the MICU with Janine through the SIM Center.
And while Shaban went to the operating room with Roop, I had the boys in a conference room with Janine, and we were able to simulate all of the different organs that he was donating.
It was very special to me to be part of something like this. I think it was a perfect example of how different skill sets on campus came together to help children of a patient.
The entire team is taking Roop to the operating room, and it's a powerful, powerful moment as he headed off to his procedure.
The honor walk was difficult. As much as it was to honor him, we also knew that these were his last moments. To see all of those doctors and nurses line up and to know that people see what he's doing, and hopefully he would have felt their presence and felt their appreciation.
It's meaningful to the team as much as it's meaningful to the patient and family members that are present. It's hugely impactful and respectful and just a beautiful moment.
He was able to donate both of his lungs to one recipient. He was able to donate his liver and both of his kidneys.
When I look at the picture, it makes me feel happy. I miss going to concerts and games with him. The organ donation, it made me feel good. Donating organs is the most selfless act anybody could ever do. Our dad saved 4 other people's lives.
I always say that we're a family of 5. We just live in separate places. So now Kaylin and Roop are together, and it's also about Roop's legacy. Just continuing to raise the boys as kind, caring, empathetic young men who will look back on this time without any regret.
I love being a nurse because I love being able to make a difference in someone's life. Most patients on our unit are having a really tough time, so just making the smallest difference in their lives, I can go home and be happy with how my day went, even if it was a really hard day.
We were so fortunate with the nurses that we had at UT Southwestern. I hope they take away that everything you do is seen and heard, and it's worth it. They're giving hope to others, and it makes a difference.